if you will always be a star in Indonesia, no one will knows you in Europe, and the real football is like in Europe. So I think that's it depends what you want to do. Okay. If you dream to become a big star as a football player, you need to move. If you want to become a star as more an artist, you need to stay in Asia.
Halo Sobat Sporty, kembali lagi di Sportcast terbaik di Republik Indonesia. Mengalahkan jebret Regista, kami lebih bagus daripada Jastol. Kami juga lebih bagus daripada
eksklusif interview.
Semua, kami lebih bagus.
Eksklusif interview kita terbaik, the best.
The best.
Eksklusif interview in Indonesia, Belgium,
yes, in Serbia,
Germany,
in Germany,
Italia.
We are the best in the world
ever.
Yes, okay, let's go.
Let's go. But you will say with English or no?
Yeah, I can, but is
kenalin dulu aja.
Oh ya,
kenalin.
Silakan.
Kita kedatangan siapa?
Silakan, Anda yang kenalin.
Karena
pakai bahasa Inggris. Silakan.
Kita sudah kedatangan.
Oke.
Sabreena Dressler dan Radja Nainggolan.
Halo.
Hai.
Welcome to Indonesia, Radja Nainggolan.
Thank you.
And selamat datang di Sportcast
77.
Makasih.
Buat Sabreena.
Kakak Sabreena.
Kakak Sabreena. Kayaknya aku yang lebih muda deh. Yang lebih tua.
Aku 2002, kamu 2000 berapa?
Oh iya?
Iya.
Bohong. Sudah ketahuan tuh.
Bohong.
Kirain benar tapi bohong.
Jadi kita sudah kedatangan mereka berdua dalam rangka Timnas U17 yang lagi bertanding di Piala Dunia.
Betul, sukses terus Timnas U17. Dan buat Nainggolan, welcome to Indonesia.
Thank you.
Selamat datang dan semoga kamu happy di Indonesia.
Yeah, I like it. It's a nice country. I'm still learning about the culture, but it's very interested for me. I'm interested in the country and in how they live over here.
Tapi kami sebelumnya harus memberitahu dulu bahwa dia penggemar Juventus.
Yeah, I can be a comedian as well. Is there another host? No?
Kayaknya ganti deh. Ntar berantem.
Kamu tidak suka Juventus kan?
No.
Bagus. Apa-apa.
Oke ya. It's fine.
Kayaknya harus diganti deh.
Kenapa?
Kenapa?
Karena yang Juventus.
Tapi Sabreena suka apa?
Bayern Munich.
Oh, dia baru ke Jerman kemarin.
Iya.
Jadi dia nonton Dortmund
4-0.
Dortmund juga.
Karena waktu itu nonton di Signal Iduna.
Kayaknya pergi juga.
Jadi saya harus pakai baju Dortmund.
Okay.
Kita bakal nanya soal ini ya, Radja Nainggolan ya.
Iya.
Kita tahu nama Radja Nainggolan itu kan nama Indonesia ya. Nama Batak. Jadi sebetulnya kamu tahu nggak sih ketika ada nama Radja Nainggolan itu adalah nama Indonesia atau nama Batak lebih spesial ya?
No, I just know the meaning of my name, but I don't know the culture as well.
Jadi tidak tahu ya.
Nah,
dia tahu artinya tapi dia nggak tahu.
Dia nggak tahu dari mananya.
Iya.
Oke.
Dulu di Belgia suka ada pertanyaan ini kayak, nama kamu aneh, nama kamu Radja. Tidak seperti nama-nama Belgia pada umumnya.
Yeah, I had a lot of questions. What was the meaning of the name? But I think even in Belgium now they know it because I explained it maybe like 1,000 times. So I think in Belgium now it's well known my name.
Tapi ke anak-anak kamu taruh nama ini juga, apakah kamu akhirnya menjelaskan ke mereka berdua arti dari nama ini pada akhirnya?
Yeah, they know it's an Indonesian name because they know my origins. I was talked about it. But I even I always explain the situation as well that I'm not grown up with the Indonesian culture, but not because of my fault, because the situation was how it was, and that's why I'm trying to discover a little bit more about it.
Okay. Ngomong-ngomong soal Medan dan Batak, ini Sabreena juga bakal bermain di PON.
Iya, pada akhirnya nanti main di PON ya?
Iya, next year, tahun depan.
Mewakili Sumut?
Jakarta lah.
Oh Jakarta. Kirain dia ambil tuan rumah.
Siapa aja main? Ade Mustika main kemana? Itu tuh, kalau Ade Mustika ke itu ya?
Futsal, dia bukan sepak bola.
Jadi Jakarta sama siapa aja?
Jakarta, ada Nanes, Arisa, banyak.
Si Lala masih ada nggak?
Lala masih ada.
Lala masih ada?
Iya.
Good luck buat di ponnya ya, Sabreena Dressler.
Iya.
Radja, kita tahu kamu pernah bermain di 2 klub besar di Italia, AS Roma juga Inter Milan. Puncak karir dari seorang Radja Nainggolan ketika ada di mana?
The peak of my career was in Roma. I think I was happy outside of the pitch and inside of the pitch. I think when I moved to Inter, I was a little bit disappointed leaving Rome. But my character is what it is, and I cannot stay with people around that did something bad behind my back. So I chose by my own to leave Rome. And then I chose to go to Inter because the coach of Inter was Spalletti. He was my head coach in Rome as well. And yeah, I was happy to join him. But after 1 season, they sacked him as well. And that's why the things weren't that good anymore at Inter. And that's why I decided to go on loan as well.
Kamu pernah bermain di bawah asuhan Antonio Conte. Yang mana favoritnya Mamat juga. Dia sangat memfavoritkan Antonio Conte. Menurut Radja Nainggolan, apa kelebihan dari Antonio Conte itu sendiri?
I think Antonio Conte is a very good coach. I think his ideas are unique. His style of football is unique. He wants to be the boss. He wants to decide everything, and I think he's a very good man as well. Because when there is something bothering him, he will always tell you, and that's something that I like about a person. Even if I didn't play with Conte. For me, he's a good coach. I'm not the kind of guy that says, yeah, I'm not playing. I don't like the coach, because that would be a too easy excuse. But for me, the most important thing is he was honest with me. He told me his ideas, and then I was the person that made the decision to leave Inter. But I never had a problem with him.
Ada berita Juventus pernah menginginkan Anda. Apakah itu betul?
They wanted me 3-4 years Juventus, but I always refused because it's like a small joke, you know. When I was in Cagliari before I went to Rome, Juventus was 2-3 years asking me to come, and at the end I never said to go, because when we played against Juventus, I tried it on my own. They always won with some favors of the referee, you know, or something like this. And then I said to myself, I'll go to another team, to a bigger team like Rome, and we play against Juventus. And I don't know if you remember the game against at the Juventus Stadium, Juve Roma. We lost 3-2 with 2 handballs out of the 16, and they gave 2 penalties to Juventus, and we lost the game. So it was the same like in Cagliari and Rome. It was the same system. So that's why I don't like it, because they were the best team. They have the best organization, I think. I think it was for the last 10 years the biggest club in Italy, but they didn't need those things to win, and they used them as well. That's my opinion.
Yes, okay.
Harus setuju loh.
Yeah, okay. It's a good statement.
But it's the truth.
Yeah.
You remember the game?
I remember the handball.
The handball from Icon outside, the foul outside, the penalties.
Yes, but I think it's fair.
If you win, it's fair. But if you try to win and beat them,
yes.
And no, for me, honestly, the most important thing, I'm competitive. I love to make competition against other players and other teams. And in these 10 years, Juventus won like 10 seasons in a row. And for me, it was more important to try to beat them than to go to Juventus and win the league easy. Like Simone Padoin, he won 5 leagues. He never played. Giaccherini won 5 leagues. There's not kind of players that I would say they're better than me, but they won 5 leagues, you know. But for me, the competition is going against the best team. And for me, Juventus was the best team.
Soalnya, Sabreena, Mamat ini tiap ada bintang tamu yang kesini, kalau ada yang bilang Juventus itu Calciopoli, Juventus itu bawah, dia tuh selalu nggak enggak, sudah dibuktikan di pengadilan. Juventus tidak bersalah.
Nih udah dibuktikan.
Tapi Sabreena rencana suka Juve juga nanti kan? Hah? Enggak.
Sabreena lagi Italia suka apa?
Aku nggak terlalu ke Italia sih.
Jerman aja.
Jerman.
Bayern Munchen.
Yes.
Tapi Sabreena kalau ada di melihat sepak bola saat ini, sepak bola wanita terutama Indonesia ya, lihatnya gimana?
Ya masih belum develop sih, tapi semoga few more years bisa develop dan bisa lebih bagus dari sekarang. Sekarang kan nggak ada liga, mau bilang apa? Bagus nggak?
Masih berbeda dengan Jerman yang pertumbuhan sepak bola wanitanya cukup pesat.
Kalau aku pernah main di Australia kan divisi 2. Mereka
Australia
udah ada
juga.
youth program, sudah ada development dari kecil. Dan banyak pemain cewek udah dari kecil udah mulai training yang keras, cukup keras. Dan ya it's better than here of course. Tapi semoga with the new president for PSSI, semoga semua ada baru programs for the youth as well, for the girls juga kan.
Yang paling penting kompetisi ya?
Yes, competition.
Aku penasaran ke Radja Nainggolan nih. Kalau di Italia atau di Belgia, bagaimana sepak bola putri di sana?
In Italy, I think it's more up than in Belgium. I mean, like there is everything is sent out on television. In Belgium, it's still not sent out on television, so that's a big difference. But it's growing as well in Belgium because if you see the national team of Belgium, they beat even England. Like they're playing like a tournament now. I think I don't know what, the World Cup or the European Cup. I don't know. So for Belgian football, that's a great result. But I think the Italian league is growing. They're even making transfers from important players from national team of Brazil, and you see that everything is going up. And I hope everywhere in the world, it's not only about Indonesia. I think women football needs their vision as well. And I was always behind it because my sisters play football as well, and I always supported it. And I think it's important because I think everyone is free and can choose what he wants to do in his own life. And I think if women wants to play football, I think they're free to play football.
Oke, jadi soal sepak bola wanita kita akan bisa mengejar. Karena di AS Roma ada satu kan? Siapa? Shalika udah.
Tapi udah enggak.
Udah enggak juga. Tinggal dikit lagi lah kalau ada kompetisinya.
Iya, kompetisi yang paling penting sih.
SEA Games doang mah dapat.
Iya.
Fix.
Iya. Banyak talenta sebenarnya, tinggal kompetisinya berjalan.
Radja Nainggolan kita tahu berada di salah satu generasi emas terbaiknya Belgia, di mana kita tahu ada Eden Hazard di situ, ada Kevin De Bruyne, Thomas Vermaelen, Simon Mignolet, Lukaku, nama-nama besar di situ.
Courtois
Tentu of course. Of course. Apa yang menyebabkan timnas Belgia tidak terlalu berprestasi ketika bersatu secara tim di tim nasional, tapi di klub mereka bagus banget?
Yeah, it's different. You know, we had a lot of stars in the national team. It was a golden. They called it the golden generation. I think there will never be, and it's difficult to find even other national teams with such a big team. I mean, everyone was playing in top leagues, top clubs. But why they didn't win? I think if you put Antonio Conte with our team, we should have won. That's the truth. Yeah, it's not because of Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte with Italy did a great job even in the Euros, 2016. Yeah. And I think the coach was not good enough because he was a very good and nice guy. But tactically, I think for this team, everyone wants to have a big role and put them all together, like Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard in Chelsea was maybe the third best player of the world after Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Kevin De Bruyne is last 7-8 years top 10 of the world. So there are players that wants to be the role model of the national team, and putting them all together, it's difficult. And then you need some instructions to put them all together, and that's something that was missed, I think.
Oke. Kamu ingat kapan pertama kali kamu dipanggil timnas dan juga apa yang terjadi dengan Radja Nainggolan dan juga timnas Belgia? Kadang dipanggil, kemudian beberapa kali tidak dipanggil juga di timnas. Ada masalah apa antara Radja Nainggolan dan juga timnas Belgia?
Yeah, it's a long story to tell. So the first time I was called up in 2009, I was 20 years old. They asked me to go to Japan. It was a Kirin Cup. I went because, for me it was a proud to play for a national team. And I did all the youth teams, so I thought to myself, let's go. So I played my first cap in 2009. Then I was always called up in the beginning. Then there was a coach named Wilmots. He left me out of the squad when I went to Rome. So in 2014 World Cup, I think, he left me out of the squad. He put me with the reserves. And I said to myself, okay, this is something not right, because there are players called up like 16 years old that didn't even play in their own team. So I thought it was like, how do you say it? A setup? No, not a setup, but I thought it was like politics, you know. That's what I was thinking. And he didn't call me up. They hadn't a good result at the World Cup. And then the qualification for the European Cup 2016, I played every game. I was first team. I was in the squad all the European Cup, and I played very well. The results were the quarterfinals, so it was not the expectation that everyone had. And then they changed the coach. But for me, the biggest win was after his mistake, playing all the games after that, he knew he made a mistake. So I won for myself the how do you say it? I was happy because I won the respect of the coach, because he knew he made a mistake. That was for me the most important thing in that moment. After that moment that Wilmots was fired, they took Martinez, and Martinez, the first selection after I played a very good European Cup, he put me out without a reason. So I never saw, it was always called up, not called up, called up, not called up, because I was like a bad boy for him. Because yeah, okay, I like to party, I like to drink, but I was always on the pitch. And the year 2018, so after the Euros of 2016, he didn't call me up for the World Cup, and we played the semi-finals in the Champions League. So that is something I never will understand, because there's no player playing the semi-finals of the Champions League that will not go to the national team. So I said to myself, okay, now it's time to quit. And in 2018, I quit it with the national team.
Yes, okay.
You same with him, party and drink every night.
And you as well.
Yeah, me too.
But why you talk about him then?
Tapi bedanya dia pemain bola, prestasi. Kalian pemain bola?
So, tapi kalau di sepak bola wanita sendiri kan tadi bilang Radja Nainggolan bilang bahwa mengumpulkan ego-ego bintang ternyata tidak mudah di timnas Belgia ya. Di sepak bola wanita nih kita tahu ada fase menstruasi yang mana itu bikin
PMS, gitu. Mood jadi jelek.
Gitu gimana ngatur ego, dan ketika Sabreena dapat fase-fase itu
lebih susah kayaknya dari cowok ya.
Kayaknya emang cewek lebih susah, soalnya ini lebih ke sakit, bukan maybe sometimes kita jadi bete kan atau bad mood, tapi ini juga bisa sakit kayak cramp parah banget, kayak ditonjokin ke perutnya gitu. So bisa ngefek ke performance kita pas kita lagi main bola gitu.
Tapi biasanya kalau kayak gitu tuh dilaporin kalau cedera atau apa minta
kalo
untuk tidak bermain.
Iya. Kita bilang ke coachnya dan dia pengertian sih, thankfully. Tapi kita harusnya minum painkillers atau enggak pills biar enggak rasain gitu. Soalnya kadang-kadang sampai nggak bisa bangun tidur sesakit itu. Kayak ya cowok nggak bisa ngerti, soalnya nggak pernah ngalamin kan.
Kita ngerti, tolong ya.
Kita mencoba mengerti.
Kita mencoba
untuk mengerti. Tapi ya biasanya sakit ada yang bisa nggak bangun gitu-gitu.
Oke.
Kalau soal egonya sendiri di sini sama di luar negeri itu sama-sama aja apa beda juga?
Maksudnya ego kayak apa?
Misalnya Sabreena pemain bintang.
Ya.
Zahra pemain bintang, ini pemain bintang, dan di Jerman juga kayak gitu nggak? Susah nggak ngatur ego si pemain-pemain itu sendiri? Apa cenderung sama aja?
Kalau di luar negeri mereka ke geng-geng aja sih. Kalau mereka udah lama bareng ya mereka bareng aja. Susah buat orang baru masuk
ke geng itu.
Kompetisinya tinggi banget.
Kalau di sini lebih
kalau di sini lebih baik, lebih santai. Aku kayak keluarga sih kalau di sini. Ya, tapi in the end it's a competition. You're not there to make friends.
Tapi,
it's professional.
Ya, tapi kalau sepak bola laki-laki ya, tugas seorang pelatih itu lebih ke taktikal, mengorganisir para bintang-bintang ini. Kalau di apa namanya di cewek, pelatih itu lebih beda nggak? Artinya untuk ngurus mood lagi.
Iya sih, soalnya emang kan laki sama perempuan in the end is beda. Scientifically proven we are different. Kan ceweknya lebih there's more emotional, tapi kalau professional ya we're professional. Nggak ada bedanya sih, kayak a coach is a coach.
Lebih butuh lebih senang ya secara pribadi pelatih cowok apa cewek?
Pelatih cowok.
Pelatih cowok ya.
Iya.
Lebih bisa manage ya. Lebih tegas.
Ya, tegas. Cewek sih juga, tapi mungkin because aku nggak pernah sama cewek sih.
Oh, belum pernah dapat
pengalaman belum sama
cewek.
Cewek. Iya. Dari kemarin cowok-cowok aja.
Iya.
Oke.
Radja Nainggolan pernah bermain di Serie A, Cagliari, tuh Roma, tuh Internazionale. Bagaimana bisa menjaga kondisi seorang Radja Nainggolan untuk tetap berada di puncak sepak bola atau puncak sepak bola dunia lah?
top level
di Serie A gitu?
No, it was like all natural, honestly, because I wanted to be one of the best players of the world. That was a dream for me. And then when I arrived in the Serie A, it was okay. Yeah, I'm arriving, but it's always easy to arrive somewhere, but you need to stay in it, you know. And that's always, you have to keep work, you have to keep work, you have to keep work. And the results of my matches and games were always good. So I got respected. I felt myself a strong player. And then, you know, sometimes in life you need to choose to be happy. And I was very happy in Rome. I could have gone to Chelsea. I could have gone to China for the money. But for me in that moment, being happy was the most important thing. I was happy in Rome outside of the pitch because they let me live my life. Because for the supporters of Rome, the most important thing was sweating the shirt, you know. And I always did this. So for me, that was the happiest period of my life, playing football. And then I went to Inter. That was another big team, another big club, a lot of Champions League football, and yeah. I had 9 good years of my career in 2 good clubs. And then afterwards, I chose for certain difficulties in my life that I had to go back to Cagliari, and I was still in Serie A, but then you know that you're slowing a little bit down. But in my mind, still till the day now, I always want to be the best, and I'm still competitive. I want to play, and I want to keep going because I feel healthy and I feel good.
Apakah happy itu yang bisa membuat, tadi kan Radja Nainggolan bilang bahwa Radja Nainggolan seorang bad boy, tapi bisa di Serie A dalam jangka waktu yang panjang Serie A terus. Apakah gara-gara happy itu yang bisa membuat Radja Nainggolan performanya walaupun bad boy tetap di top level?
Yeah. For me, the most important thing is like living your life outside of the pitch. The pitch is something I love to do. That's a hobby. Okay, you get paid for your hobby, but it gives you a good life. That's true. But for me, the most important thing is how I live out of the pitch, because the career there is like maybe 16, 17, 18 years, and afterwards you still got 60 years to live, and you need to live outside of the pitch even during your playing football, and that's what I always did. For me, living my life is more important than only playing football. I love to play football, but my life is more important than just playing football.
Okay. Kamu nonton sepak bola Indonesia?
No, it's difficult to watch it in Europe because the channels are not on the television. So, sometimes you see something passing if there is something crazy going on, and that's it. But honestly, I don't watch Indonesian football. But yeah, why not? It can be something that it can be something that I want to know as well.
Okay.
Tapi Radja pernah main di Indonesia dulu di GBK.
Iya. Makanya sekarang Piala Dunia U17 World Cup 17, and banyak klub dan banyak anak muda bermain di sini. Terutama untuk sepak bola Indonesia, ada generasi baru. Apa yang pesan yang bisa disampaikan seorang Radja Nainggolan punya darah Indonesia yang bermain di luar negeri untuk anak-anak Indonesia di generasi yang akan datang?
Yeah, that's the difficulty I think of Indonesia. No? For me, the most important thing is always working. You have to work hard. You have to believe in your dreams as well, because I think everyone that starts playing football at a young age wants to become someone. Everyone has his idols, and if you want to become someone like your idol, you have to give something, and then you can get something. And I think for the Indonesian people, the most difficulty is going out of the country, because it's an all other world. It's an all other mentality, and that can be a big struggle, but you need to try, and you need to have the strength to go. Otherwise, you will always play in Indonesia. You will stay in Indonesia.
Okay.
Coach Sabreena punya nggak pesan atau kata-kata untuk Timnas U17 yang akan bertanding nanti?
Aku selalu bilang kalau ini udah langkah yang gede banget buat Indonesia. Kayak kita nggak pernah hold a World Cup di sini kan. So the fact that ada banyak countries yang bakal lihat Indonesia main, dan the country Indonesia itself itu udah bagus banget. So no matter the outcome, I think yang penting mereka percaya diri dan udah berani buat kepanggil. Itu udah kepanggil aja tuh bagus banget kan. And ini it's not only gara-gara U17, tapi it's a langkah depan buat sepak bola Indonesia buat lebih maju, and hopefully there will be more programs after this and more exposure.
Kalau untuk wanita-wanita muda yang memang sebenarnya suka menonton bola atau suka dan pengen mencoba bermain bola, apa pesannya dengan tidak adanya kompetisi kayak gini? Apa mereka tetap
believe
tetap harus believe untuk menjadi seorang pesepak bola wanita di Indonesia?
Yeah, I feel like kalau emang orang mau banget jadi something or mau sukses in something, mereka harus 100% fokus ke itu, nggak bisa setengah-setengah. Soalnya kan, what's the point of living life if there's no ups and downs? There's always gonna be ups, there's always gonna be downs. It's how you get back up from going down. So it's kayak, kalau kalian emang mau banget, ya go for it. Jangan setengah-setengah. You have to really go for what you believe in and what you want to do in your life.
Yes, oke.
Top.
Betul sekali.
Setuju.
Iya, mau nggak ada kompetisi, mimpi ya mimpi aja sih.
Iya.
Benar.
Iya, oke.
Nah, Radja Nainggolan, kita tahu bahwa dia datang ke Indonesia untuk melihat U17 berlaga sebagai host dan sebagai peserta Piala Dunia. Apa harapan Radja Nainggolan dan Sabreena Dressler untuk dua hal tersebut? Indonesia sebagai host Piala Dunia dan Indonesia sebagai peserta Piala Dunia itu sendiri.
No, I think it's important to organize such a big event. I think countries Indonesia never had maybe the possibilities to do it. Now the possibilities are there, and I think they have to make a profit of it. It's important to show the world that Indonesia is a country that can have such big events, and even if it's just under 17, if everything goes well and everything is going how it has to go, I think Indonesia will be always there, and they know that they can organize. And then talking about the team, I think it's difficult to say what will be the result. I think the victory of Indonesia is the organization of this tournament, and whatever will be the result of this team, it doesn't matter at this moment, because I think if you go and watch all the teams that are there, I think Indonesia is the last one maybe to be to win games and maybe to win the World Cup. But I think it's more important to show everyone that there is talent, that the players are there, that they want to show, that they want to be competitive, and whatever will be the result, I think for Indonesia and the team as the Indonesian team, I think the most important thing is giving everything, and let's talk, and let's the persons talk about Indonesia after this tournament.
Oke.
Kalau untuk Sabreena, tadi kan sebagai tim ya, sebagai host, dengan Sabreena tahu Indonesia seperti apa.
Dan sekarang dengan menjadi duta.
Ambassador, oke. Ya semoga, I feel like semua orang pengen Indonesia menang kan. Of course it's Indonesia, harus udah banyak population, harusnya kita menang. Tapi ya kita harus jujur aja, in the end ini timnya dikumpulin kapan? Yang tim lain udah berapa tahun latihan kan, so kita harus pengertian sih, dan jangan langsung ngalahin pemainnya.
Kasih beban ya.
Iya, kita harus ngerti bahwa mereka udah berani show up, dan ya kepanggil berarti mereka mean something, right? If they're kepanggil, that means they have talent, that means they're good as well. Tapi in the end I feel like we should all support them no matter what the outcome is, and yeah, hopefully this will become better buat Indonesia, sepak bola Indonesia.
Menjadi hal baik lah semoga ini pembukanya Piala Dunia U17.
It's a langkah buat lebih bagus.
Oke. Kita the last question for both of them.
Oh, you can speak English then.
Tiba-tiba bisa bahasa Inggris.
Only the last question. So you don't know.
I'm insecure.
I'm insecure.
Yes, insecure. Oke. Mungkin kamu tahu pemain Indonesia, pemain muda Marcelino Ferdinand sekarang bermain di Liga Belgia walaupun di second division. Tapi bagaimana kamu lihat ke depannya, banyak atau bisakah memang pemain-pemain Indonesia menembus Liga Belgia?
Yeah, I think Sandiwaj, I know him well. He's from near my place in Belgium. But he's like grown up as me, you know. He doesn't really had the Indonesian mentality, but he's grown up already there. But I think the other guy, everyone is talking about him, and I think it doesn't matter if he will become a big player or not, but I think it has to inspire other kids to take the decision to go. And I think this is already something important because, I don't know, I think he's a young guy. So going already to another country, making the step, I think you need courage. And this is something that all the other young players that wants to make a career, they have to take this courage. And I think he will be a perfect example for all the young players that wants to go abroad.
Saya pengen bertanya nih untuk Radja Nainggolan dan Sabreena ya. Untuk Radja sendiri yang sudah melanglang buana di sepak bola dunia, untuk pemain Indonesia, bagusnya abroad-nya itu ke level Asia dulu atau memang langsung ke Eropa, ke Belgia, ke mana gitu, ke negara-negara Eropa. Bagusnya step by step Eropa dulu Asia dulu kuasai atau memang langsung harus ke Eropa?
Eropa langsung.
Eropa.
Iya. Okay. Kalau buat saya pemain-pemain di sini kalau emang lahir di sini nggak apa-apa. Cuman kalau mau jadi pemain lebih bagus, menurut saya langsung dari Eropa. Langsung cepet-cepet pergi. So kalian bisa main di Eropa dulu, pengalaman sama pemain yang bener-bener bagus banget. Baru kalau mau main di Indonesia ya bisa.
Untuk
lebih,
karir profesionalnya ya, untuk memang sebagai pemain.
Tapi buat pemain bola yang bener-bener go far in future.
Apalagi usia muda.
Ke Eropa. Yeah.
Usia muda lebih bagus ke sana memang. Okay.
Kalau menurut Radja sendiri?
That's a difficult question for me to answer. If you want to make a big career, I think you have to move. But it depends because I think certainly in Asia, it's that big that if you become a star in your own country, I think you can live even from this, you know. So it depends what you want to do. If you want to be a big star in your own country, you can stay in your country and play maybe 20 years as a football player, you become a big star. But if you want to be a big star as a real star, not only in Asia, you have to move because otherwise it's difficult to... If you will always be a star in Indonesia, no one will know you in Europe, you know. And the real football is like in Europe. So I think it depends what you want to do. Okay. If you dream to become a big star as a football player, you need to move. If you want to become a star as more an artist, you need to stay in Asia.
Okay. Yeah. And last question.
Last question with English, okay?
Yeah, with English.
Okay. You have to try.
I don't like Massimiliano Allegri.
That's not a question.
What do you think about this guy?
He was my coach as well in Cagliari.
Yes, I know.
Next question, no. No, I think honestly.
Is it different football?
No, he's a nice guy. He's a nice man. He has a good mentality, but tactically doesn't do that much. I think to let the team play good. But if the results are there, if he won 4 or 5 leagues with Juventus, for him this football is the winning mentality, you know. Okay. So it's his choice to play like this. It's not nice to see, nice to watch, but at the end, they're now 3rd or 4th in the league, and they're still there, you know. And for him, the result is maybe more important than bring attractive football.
Yeah, but now he's failed in.
Yeah, I saw now the last game they played against Fiorentina. They won 1-0.
Okay.
Fiorentina hit 25 shots on goal, and Juventus 3, and they won 1-0. You know, yeah, but that's mentality.
Go back, die.
The goalkeeper is always the best player in the pitch.
Berarti udah terjawab ya, sama.
Udah terjawab.
Okay. Jawabannya puas lo.
Sedikit little.
Jadi seperti biasa kita juga punya oleh-oleh untuk Radja Nainggolan dan Sabreena Dressler untuk setiap tamu. We have a gift. Nah,
Radja Nainggolan.
Kita bacain yang Radja Nainggolan dulu ya.
77 and
Sabreena Dressler. Bacain dulu dong.
Okay.
So just read it.
Yes, okay. Radja Nainggolan for Belgium. Hard worker. 100 hairstyle. Top in AS Roma. Inter Milan. Blue love. But,
why love blue?
Black, white.
Inter Milan.
Black, white.
Black, white together.
Yes, bianconeri. Indonesia, Batak, Horas. Dan buat Sabreena Dressler, Mana nih? Nah, Subiako AFC, Love Football, Persija Putri Respect, Pet Glory, Sun, Speak Up, mantap, dan Timnas Indonesia.
Karena mimpinya di ini ya ke Pet Glory ya.
Pet Glory itu juara Liga Australia wanita ya?
Itu A-League Australia.
Oh, oke.
Iya.
Tapi satu pertanyaan, kerenan mana rambut Radja Nainggolan Sharawi sama Arturo Vidal, lu tanyain pakai bahasa Inggris.
Coba. Your hairstyle and El Sharawi,
Arturo Vidal,
and Arturo Vidal.
Who most coolest?
Iya, itu.
Who has the better hairstyle?
Better.
Yeah, but
hairstyle.
we think we're all crazy because if I'm looking now, it's always bad looking. No, but you know what it is? Because when you put some hairstyle, you see all the kids putting their hair like you do. You have to keep it, you know.
Yeah.
Because it means they're looking up to you, and that's why I kept my hair for a long time like this.
Oke. Yeah.
Oke, silakan ditandatangan Radja Nainggolan dan Sabreena Dressler. Nanti kita akan pajang di sini. Sudah kehadiran 2 bintang dunia.
Lucu juga ya.
Nanti
bawa
untuk
pulang.
Ada dikasih.
Nah, thank you very much. Thank you Radja Nainggolan.
It was a pleasure.
And Sabreena, thank you very much. I hope you keep healthy, you keep smile, you keep enjoy in Indonesia for World Cup U17.
U17.
Under 17. Oke. Kalau begitu saya Mamat Alkatiri pamit.
Saya Riphan Pradipta pamit.
Big applause for Radja Nainggolan and Sabreena Dressler.